G'day YouTube, my name's Lance. Welcome to Bundy Bear's Shed. Well, the weather report, hot and humid. So, look, it's still around 21, 27 degrees in there somewhere. Through this last week, well, Saturday night we had a good storm. We only got 13 mils of rain out of it, but early in the week, last week, we got a bit more. And but yeah, the days are sunny in between times. Look, probably from about Wednesday last week, I think that front that was giving us all the rain moved off the coast. And yeah, look, we've had a nice sunny days. Very humid though. You know, you can feel the moisture coming out of the ground, and things are growing like anything. Yeah, look, it's just a good thing. Yeah, after work I come home and jump on the mower, and I've actually run out of mower fuel. I've got a Jude went to town yesterday and got 20 litres just to keep me going for today, and then I've got about 130 litres worth of drums in the back of the ute, and pardon me, and that keeps me going for a little while. Yeah, the mower. Look, last week I put about 7 hours on the lawn mower. I'd come home from work and jump on the mower, and last Tuesday after work particularly, I got all around the shed here and all the orchard all done, and then it's growing that quick. Like, I had 100 millimetres to chop off, so Saturday afternoon I jumped on the mower again for a while. Last Saturday we were in at the new house, and I got all the back patio cleaned, the end wall cleaned, the wall on the other end where all the trees had been rubbing and they had like a green green mould look on it. I've got all up on the ladders and pressure cleaned that, and done the driveways and things like that. Near knocked the arse out of me climbing up and down ladders hanging onto a pressure cleaner, but anyway, yeah, wasn't too bad. So yeah, I got in there at 7, and by about midday, 1 o'clock in the heat, I said to Jude, I think I've had enough in here. I think it's time I went home. So yeah, so then we started pruning, started chopping some trees down, and there's a palm there, and it comes up and it's got these prickly bastard leaves on it. And every leaf that comes out, it's got prickles on it. And I thought, God, we don't want this crap in the yard. So yeah, we pruned one of them out, and then another 2 golden canes are gone, and that was a ute load. So yeah, so we come home, I unloaded all that and put it on the heap here. We're getting a really good heap. I think maybe I've got a bit of a cough now. Maybe New Year's Eve we might have a big bonfire. We'll just see what the weather's like and all that sort of thing. I've got a few more trees off the boundary line, but it's that wet down there at the moment. I've got to stop doing that. It's just going to chop it up, and it'll just make it rough for when we slash later on. So, but the paddock's very damp at the moment. Doesn't matter where you walk, there's a bit of water holding. We had the paddock laser levelled back in 1998. December 1998 we bought the place here, and in 1999 when we put the dams in, I wanted to be able to be at the house, at the back veranda of the house, and look out and see the water, not just see a dam bank. So when we got the scrapers and all in, and we pulled all the topsoil off and stored it up the back near where the shed is here now, and stored all that up here, and then the overburden from the dams, we got that lasered up the paddock, and then we got the topsoil brought back in over top so we could grow grass and that. So and look, they've done a pretty good job. At the moment, in this sort of weather, the paddock's holding a little bit of moisture, so I used to get on with my shovel and do a couple of little drains and things and drain it away, which I probably need to do, but I just haven't yet. I'm thinking, well, just let it all soak in. So, so yeah, I got the house tidied up. I jumped on the mower for the rest of Saturday evening, and I got up the back here done. My mate Paulie, that's got the shipping container on my place here, well, he come and whippersnipped Saturday morning while we were away, sneaky bugger. And, so he's all done. And yeah, apart from that, I've just been on the mower. I went and had a tidy up. I don't know where I put my hat now, but anyway, it'll be here somewhere. And then yesterday morning I had a mate John come down, and the club had a Christmas lunch, which I didn't go to. We were looking after kids and that. And they do a little cross, and any seafarers, any ships that come into Gladstone Port or Gladstone Harbour, they give them a little care package from the Gladstone Seafarers Centre, and they have a little cut-out wooden cross with a hole in it so they can hang it, and on it it's got Gladstone Seafarers Australia. And so John and I were at an old engine show talking about what the laser can do and the CNC, and the laser has trouble getting through 6mm ply because of the different densities of it all. So the CNC worked well. So we come in yesterday morning on his way to the Christmas dinner, and we spent an hour or so here, and we played around, made a couple of little crosses, and worked out a little plan. So I've offered to do some for him. What they're doing at the moment, they're getting wood off pallets. There's an old fella in Gladstone, and he's putting it through a planer, and he's getting it nice and smooth and all, but they're bits of different thicknesses, which on the CNC it's not so much of a problem, but you've got to save a tool path each time, you know, so you're not cutting away into your wasteboard. So yesterday morning we did a little bit of that, and I cut some crosses out and sent him on his way with some, but there's still some timber here, and over the next day or two I'll probably cut some more crosses out for him, and then I'll draw up the little thing and we'll laser etch the other part in for him. So he's shifting house at the moment, he's a bit busy. He was saying there's 50 ships off Gladstone Harbour at the moment, you know, out in the ocean waiting to come in and load, unload and all that sort of thing. That's a lot of ships, isn't it? And they give a couple of these packages to each ship. I think they do 2 per boat or something like that. So, but he said, yeah, these little crosses they make, he said people send them back photos at the Gladstone Seafarers Centre, send them back photos of these little crosses in Denmark, Germany, all around the world. So it's just a volunteer thing. No one gets paid for it. It's just if you want to put a bit of time in, you're welcome to. So yeah, that's something interesting. I'll just set the CNC router up to do a run of that. I've got a little bit of ply here from some of the parts boxes, so I will probably give that to them, and I'll cut it up and I'll probably run it through myself here, and look, just to help out. So and it gives me it hones my skills a little bit as well. The little TEA 20 I picked up last week, I have not laid a spanner on that. Just too busy. By the time we're getting into work and we're racing around, I was hoping to actually have the side cover off it and just see why the hydraulics aren't working. I'd like to just check that out at least. I got another care package from Sparex last week, and this is for the 65, which is going to be one of next year's projects. And they sent me a new clutch and all the final drive bearings and the diff bearings and all that. So we're pretty well on track with that 65 to have a lot of stuff that we need there. We're still having a little bit of, like with the TEA 20 here and other tractors, all parts suppliers at the moment, we're having a little bit of trouble with stock. Some of the common things like PDO overrun clutches and things like that we used to have 2 and 3 in the wall, and our suppliers that have 80 or 100 in stock, all that's slowly winding down. So parts supplies are going to be a little bit of a problem, I believe. So we're trying to work with that, and with the 65 project, I've got a lot of parts there for it now. I'm pretty sure I'd have enough to do the engine up. I haven't got an oil pump yet, I don't believe, but I'm pretty sure I could do the engine up and the clutch and all that sort of thing. But anyway, I'm just trying to get all my ducks in a row, because what happens to me is I get these little tractors, I start working on them, then I run out of parts. So I've got to wait a week or two, and then something happens in my life. I've got to head this direction, so I don't get back. Like this little TE20, it's been going on about 18 months now, something like that probably. And I've got parts here for it. I think I have enough to do it now. I've even gone and got axle seals and all that sort of thing, so when we get the hitch going and finish that part, yeah, I can put axle seals and brakes and things like that. So I've got the parts there to do that. And so, but yeah, other times I am running out of bits and pieces, but that's okay. We babysat the grandson on Saturday night, and yesterday he says, "Oh, we're going to drive some tractors around, Poppy." And I said, "Yeah, all right then." So we come up and we took the 135 for a drive and the Goldie, and then they needed a wash. So he spent about an hour washing them, and yeah, I'm going to re-wash the tractors today. he got water all over everywhere, over himself and everything. He had to go and see Grandma. Here's my microphone, just fell off. I thought I felt something there. He's going to see Grandma to have a tidy up, which he needed for sure. I mean, my microphone's set up here, and like this is a Boya wireless setup, and I've had this for ages, and it goes through to a Tascam 700 up on the toolbox there. And what it does, I take a sound bite with this camera here, and I take one through this, and we have a separate stereo recording. And the camera here, because of the type of microphone it is, it picks up all the ambient noise, you know, the shed creaking, all that sort of thing. Where these microphones here, I can put it through that Tascam 700, and that I can clean the sound up. I can take the little creaks and groans out of the shed out of it. But the problem I'm having with it at the moment is the Tascam 700 takes 4 AA's, and these take 2 AA's each. So I'm using 4 to 8 batteries most weekends. And I've arranged it now so the Tascam 700, it runs on a lithium battery pack. So I don't have to put the 4 in there now. But in just trying to improve our craft all the time, I suppose, is what we're doing, is we bought some new microphones last week, which we're waiting on, and they're Bose microphones, and they're particularly good for bloggers like myself. You'll see people wear them, they're a little square thing, and they just clip on somewhere, but they've got a dust shield on them and a wind shear sock on them. And the benefit of doing them is these batteries in this here, if I do a big day filming, I've got to change them in half time, or as soon as I notice them coming down the battery level indicator, they're gone. I've got to piss them off, because what happens, I can jump in and do a half-hour clip or something and the sound's gone, you know, it all gets, one or the other batteries goes flat. So with this new Bose system, I can actually put one of them on top of the camera, the DSLR here, and I can have one here, or I can still have one here and have one on top of the Tascam, and the Tascam will tidy the sound up, which is probably what we're going to do. But they're all USB chargeable, and they will record for 7 hours on a charge normally. So 5 to 7 hours. Like if I started filming in the morning here and it got to lunchtime, I'd put everything on the charge, go and have lunch and diddle around, and I should be right to rock and roll again. You get two separate microphones, same as this other system. So you can do interviews and all that, but not that's something we do commonly. So, and the other benefit is that each microphone, it has a recording on its own card inside it. So we get the sound bite from the camera, we get the sound bite from the microphone to the Tascam, so we can, you know, pull the sound out of the video footage and put the clearer sound in. And we also have a backup one if something buggers up there that I don't realise. On the new microphone, we'll have a backup sound bite. So, look, it's a good thing. It's just a progress. It's just trying to get everything a bit more streamlined. And the thing is with it too, with these here, if I go round the back there, I try and shift everything around so it's direct line of sight. These Bose ones, they do 200 metres line of sight, and I watched a lot of videos on them through this last week, and yeah, people are walking away. So if I was walking away around a tractor and up over there, I could keep chatting away, and the sound would still be recorded. So it's just an upgrade to that. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Pardon me. I haven't had the GoPro out for a while, and I've just been looking at stuff how to get set up next year for filming a little bit better if we can. I would like to. The fellow I gave the shipping container to outside, I got onto him this last week, and I'm going to try and push him along as much as I can for the next few days. He'll be finishing work Wednesday from the mines, I think. So I said, if you need a hand, I can come and give you a hand for a little bit, because I want that out so I can get some tractors out of the shed here and just get organised better. Yeah, a lot of the 3 FE35s up the other end could go outside for the moment. This new TE20 could go outside for the moment. Undercover, they won't deteriorate, but well, that's what the plan is anyway. So I'm going to be pushing early next year to get that new shed. That's 6 metres by 9 metres. It's a carport, not a shed, but it'll be good roof coverage. So, and that will free up some room in here. It'll help if I finish some bloody jobs too. Like the John Deere 2030's been split for over a year, I see now, and I'm just not getting time. So I got to retire one day. But anyway, I might have a week off next year early and try and jump on top of all this stuff and see if I can get things happening. I've still the 23C engine here. What I would like to do next year is do the 65 and do a 35 next to it. And so when I haven't got parts for one, I've got parts for the other. But you know how things go in my shed here. I get lost and we go away and go on holidays, and I've got the mowing to do. And then we went and bought that house. So anyway, but yeah, look, there's not a lot going on in the shed. I'll take you for a quick little walk with the camera this morning, and I'll just show you the heap of prunings and that we've got organised from the place in town plus here. And my John Deere 1640, the starter relay's playing up again, so and I need to get it into the doorway here. The dash isn't working, and sometimes on them you can turn the key on, but if the starter switch hasn't returned properly, got a bit of moisture in it or something, yeah, your dash doesn't light up. So my dash isn't lighting up at the moment, so I've got electrical issues with that I need to look at. I'll probably try and do that this morning, just to try and get on top of it. And it's stuck in four-wheel drive. Remember I did a video last year sometime where I pulled the four-wheel drive solenoid and I freed the shuttle up and made sure it had power there. Well, I notice at the moment it's stuck in four-wheel drive again. So I don't know whether it's to do with the electrics, but the John Deeres, they have these multi-pin plugs under a tin cover near the gear sticks, and they're a bugger of a thing. They just get old, so I'm going to chop a lot of that out. I'm not having backlights on the tractor. It's not a register. I'm not going to register this tractor. There's no need for me to. So any light wiring will be cut out, and if we ever need lights, we'll run it nicely. We'll do it properly. But I do need the safety start switch. I want that on, and but yeah, when you turn the key and you hit the starter, she barely takes it. But if you short it out on the starter motor, she and off she goes. So we have a solenoid up here for it, just a remote starting solenoid. I like to wire onto it, and yeah, just get that sorted out. Put the dash side covers back on and things like that. And when I get the shed out here, I would actually like to nose the tractor in under the shed, and yeah, just keep it out of the weather a little bit. I know it's an old tractor and that, but it's just a handy old thing, and it's got a canopy over the seat and the dash, so that doesn't get weathered so much. But anyway, we'll see. All right, hold tight. We'll go for a quick little walk outside, and I'll show you what we're up to. Well, there's the pile. So that'll make a nice big bushfire or bonfire. That'll be good. But yeah, you can see where we've mowed around Paul's container and we've tidied up through here. The paddock's looking very nice and green. But over at the orchard over there, that's I probably need to hop into that today. I mean, there's my fuel run. There's another 2 up at the house that are full duty filled up, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 130 litres of fuel, and that'll last us a couple of months. That's all right. And I shifted the shed, so when we come around the butte here, you can see in front of the loading ramp there where I had the shed, and it was just getting so long of grass and that I moved all that. I got the forks and I moved that through the week, so that'll be good. But that's what we need, to shift this shipping container out of the way so we can put the extra extension. So, pardon me. So that long beam there, that's 9 metres. So that'll be the extension. That'll be the width. So it's 9 by 6. So 6 metres one way, 9 the other. So yeah, and that'll be tacked on the end of where all the junk is. And so we've got a little bit of crap to move out. The deal was Fred had tidied it all up and all that, but anyway, he's not getting to it. So we'll have to get rid of all that and yeah, start building. Put the builder's hat on. Now if we wander around through here, God, bloody good looking ute, eh? Oh. I've got the John Deere 1640. It's over here in the... We're sort of facing the sun, which isn't a good thing. So yeah, the 1640, it's sitting out the front. I got it on the battery charger just so when I start playing with it, it's good. I've got a battery isolator that we sell over here, a knife switch, old knife switch, and that's so I know we don't get any fires or anything. A lot of my tractors have them if there's room, and that's all the wire in there that we're sorting out. And this old fuse box, you know, these old ceramic fuses, there's a blown one there, so I don't know what that's about. I probably should change that to glass fuses or blade fuses, something like that, but depends how involved I want to get. But that's a good tractor. I'm really enjoying working with that. It's a great tractor to have in the fleet, especially when I have a few acres here. It's a little bit cumbersome sometimes with the 4-wheel drive and the loader for doing the slashing. Probably a Fergie 35 or a 135 would just be ideal, not like nice size for a small holding like ours. But we have the other tractors here, and my mate had washing them for me yesterday. So little gold tractor, it's looking okay. He did a pretty good job there. I might just wipe him over. I left it out last night because I thought, oh, I've only got to tidy it up again today. And the 135, yeah, look, it's pretty good too. He did a better job than I thought, actually. Oh no, there's a bit of grime up there still. So, but anyway, they were just up this end of the shed, and I wanted to shift some stuff around up this end, so the tractors had to come out. He wanted to go for a drive on a tractor, the little fella, so they usually park up in through here. That's a motley floor, just the early sunshine. So I've got the Ferguson plough sitting there. All those boxes of parts are for the 65. Parts up through there. Oh, bits and pieces. That's just an old... That's parts off Fergies that I've never thrown out. Wheels with weights and Ferguson jacks and Ferguson mudguards. Then when we come around here, oh, Ferguson parts, Ferguson parts, Ferguson parts, 1948 T20, brand new, whoop, get out of that, brand new engine sitting there that I did up a few years back. Not a thing that hasn't been done to that engine. Oh, we'll get there. So yeah, Farmall 100, a few FE35s, the one this side, that one there, it's standard, and the other two are deluxes. And the 65, I've been playing with the front rims on the 65, taking those big, so these are the Australian big heavy cast centres, and so I'm taking them off. I'm trying to lighten the tractor up so I can take it away to shows and things. So looks like I'll be putting 750 16s on the front and maybe 49 28s on the back, but I still have to sort that. I just haven't had time to play. And that's the bonnet off the TEA, and I need to deal with that too. The job's everywhere, isn't it? So there you go, there's a little walk around. This is the Tascam 700 that we do the sound on. You can see as I talk it goes there via radio through the Boyer system at the top here, so we'll probably keep using this piece, but the microphones will change, and that's my battery backup. That's a lithium battery, and that keeps it all going. So, well, we think it does. It gets a bit technical sometimes, but so yeah, new mics probably next week. I'll be fiddling with them, probably bugger it all up for a week, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Well, once again, thanks for dropping by, everyone. Yeah, we'll catch you next week. We're going away next weekend. No, I'll be back Sunday evening. So a family friend's having a christening, birthday, engagement party all in one, and so we're heading off out to Mergen to do that on Saturday evening. So daughter Adele's looking after the place here for us. So, but I should get something out next week. We'll see how we go. I hear the dams out there are filling up, Bajelki Peterson Dam where we used to live and things like that, so we might have a bit of a look around there while we're there. So anyway, thanks for dropping by, everyone. We'll catch you next week, eh?